I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war.
Today, from Memphis, Tennessee, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And incomplete to open things up.
This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
To throw now on 1st down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Rashard Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Here's Jack Fox now.
As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 84 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. On second down now. It's Williams. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Wentz. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On play action, it's Wentz. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
He'll buy some time right. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play that time for the Titans. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Devontae Parker His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans continue to pull away here in this first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Wentz now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So we've come to... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Derrick Henry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again to Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A first down carry for Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes this 35-0 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now a play fake. Wentz. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Roquan Smith coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, big hole right side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Sliding out of the pocket. They set up the screen for Henry. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Andy Janovich, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Wentz going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's Gallup on the slant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st down, Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Throwing now is Wentz. Completes it to Hardman.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Wentz now on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Titans are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation,
there he goes right side. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I liked about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,